Elder Sensei, episode 45 of the Carrying the Culture show. Yo, one of the hardest working cats in this motherfucker right now, man. And stupid nice.
I'm gonna be like the new version of James Brown and Dougie Fresh.
For real, let's get it. And the most professional cat I've worked with, as far as these rap niggas go, because I don't fuck about that shit too. This nigga called me to do a fucking tech run. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got niggas falling asleep saying they fell asleep and shit.
Nah, I can't fall asleep. Can't fall asleep.
Yo, working hard, man. What's good with you, man? Thank you for joining us.
No doubt. Thanks for having me again. You know, I'm just getting my stuff together for this trip on Friday. Me and Joe are heading out to Arizona. Do this little pop-up show, a little bit of everything. Kind of like a second-year anniversary for my man Chuck out there. Got the Trill Shop. I mean, that shop is a little bit of everything. If you ever get a chance to go back out there, bro, it's like cans and, you know, a little bit of memorabilia. Wall of Fame, Chaos got itself in there too, you know, so like we've been going out there a lot. And I can say for every time we've been to Arizona, we had the same dude book us. So he got a little loyalty to it, a lot of his guys that he worked with, so I appreciate him for that.
Word, dope. Before we get really rolling, I got a few ground rules. If you got questions for L, please use the questions feature below. That way I can pull them up and filter out the dumb ones. People be saying some fucking wild shit. Also, don't act up in here because you will get sent home just like on the page. Don't be doing no stupid shit in here talking crazy.
I think everybody should know by now.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't, my nigga. They don't. That's the problem. You would think they would, but they don't, son. They don't. But they soon find out. It's all good. So, yeah, I wanted to get into a few things, man. Like what's new, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit. I had some questions. We can just jump all over the place. I mean, we've chopped it up a few times. I mean, so like, this is always fun for me.
Yeah, and we've done a lot since the last time I've been on. So
yeah, son. I mean, like, and this is one I didn't really have to prepare for, so I was happy about that. So, yeah. But as far as what's new, so Cali, right? You're gonna be out there for like 3 weeks or some shit, right?
Yeah, man. You know, LA area from like, you know, well, actually, let me set it up in a better way for everybody to even understand what we're doing. I had an idea to try and figure out a way to maneuver around not doing show. So most of the time when we do the shows, of course, the merch table is included with the show.
Right.
So I said, okay, I've been traveling around little by little, even going to Atlanta shooting videos and everything like that. So I've been moving, and you know, I figured like let's just try to do something a little bit different, but stick to the tradition of what a pop-up really is, and also invest in what I'm doing in myself to travel around just to get to doing what I'm trying to do. So it first started in Chicago. I reached out to my man Maker. I said, look, I'm trying to do something, you know, can you reach out to some spots for me? And he reached out to the Silver Room, and he reached out to another spot, Shady Rest Records, and they invited me down. I flew myself, got my Airbnb, went to both spots. They treated me good. I was able to sell merch in there. I had my card reader, so a lot of people don't carry cash no more. So I bring the card reader with me, so a majority of the sales went through that. So I said, okay, this works. All right, let's try and do something a little bit more. So I reached out to, you know, my man in Detroit, and my man Aztec is out there, of course, you know. And we reached out to my man at the Vision East Gallery. Now it's a whole different thing. So let's try and do the pop-up there. I reached out to my man DJ Hush in Memphis. I told him the same thing. I said, I know you know some vinyl shops out there. Let's get at it. So he reached out to a dude, and we're going to be rocking at a bar, hotel / train station. So this is going to be some, you know, this is how we're going to adjust.
It's taking it back, actually, right? Like we're going back to the roots, kind of. Like
exactly. So like with the LA thing,
type shit, you know what I mean?
And it's really intimate. You know, people that want to come through that know they can't go to a club. We're gonna be outside, so it's gonna be fitting for everybody. You know, so I hit my man Pause, and we were talking about something already, and Owen for the LA run, and bookings got to be involved in those. So I was like, all right, you know, this works because we still got the pop-up thing, but now you got people opening up a little bit. It's small crowd, you know, but 50, 60 people. But then you talking about outside, as far as another show, I'm like, okay, you know, let's even go further. I'm calling my man in DC, my man Jeremy Beaver. And Jeremy, he runs the Hip Hop Museum in DC. He's going to actually be in Arizona with us doing a panel and a showing of his memorabilia from his museum. So, you know, I had to think of this in a way of, like I said, an investment in myself and just having this merch at home. I can't do nothing with it at the crib. I can sell it online and do everything here, but now that it's opening up, it's safer to get out. But I'm encouraging all these spots that let's be outside so we don't have to be restricted in what we're doing.
Right. And that's what I was going to say, man. Like, utilize the space. It's the perfect time for this to be kind of opening up. It's summertime, so it's nice out there. Right. You don't even have to, you know what I'm saying, have shit outside.
You ain't got to worry about being inside.
Just be out, do it outside anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, just unrestricted of it being summertime. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's why when I reached out to you about it, I was like, you know what? I said, Jamal need to be in LA. He need to be out there, like, even for a weekend, because all of the stuff I'm doing is involving, like, all the people that you probably need to see anyway, so that you're friends with already. So, you know, why not do it? Because these are things I'm trying to do anyway on a regular, you know, with the music we doing, you know, with the connections we trying to make. So I was like, look, like, why not have them through? You know, it can't be nothing but an adventure of fun.
Oh, yeah, no, I appreciate you asking me and reaching out. Ticket was booked. You know what I mean? I'm a spur of the moment dude. Like, so I was like, yeah. And then like, yeah, like, you better go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Elder asked you to go to LA. Go to fucking LA. And you know, Paul's was like, yo, come out. You know, everyone, they was like, yo, come out. I'm like, all right. So this is
gonna be automatic.
And I get my boss, my job is mad cool. I just had to just tell him the days. Like, my job is mad cool. They like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they know you ain't going down into bullshit.
So yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited about that. Big up Pause One. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there in LA is gonna be a fun time. So as I've said, it's gonna be like also, you know, a carrying the culture on the road type shit. So
right.
Out there, you know what I'm
on
saying?
Location.
Get at me for interviews. You know what I'm saying? We'll be setting up for interviews and everything. You know what I'm saying? And doing all that shit, footage for all y'all cats. So, like, we working, but like we said, we having fun. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what this work part is all about. You know what I'm saying? You get to do things you like to do, and you're still working at the same time. I saw a comedian, my man Raymond Grady. He got on the stage and they introduced him, and he got on. He was like, "What up?" He's like, "What up?" He said, "Yeah, I'm at work." I was like, which is true. Y'all coming to see me work. So that's the whole. But we at the same time paying homage to, you know, all of this is for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that been cooped up in their room that ain't really had nothing to do, you see it opening up a little bit, but you might be scared to come out, because we're going to be outside majority of the time. So it's something to do, but something you really want to do.
Right, yeah. So the first joint in LA, it's June 4th, right? That's the first.
Yeah, June 4th, yep. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking at the flyer right now, but I can give y'all information. If y'all follow me, I'm going to post the flyer again tonight. But my man Owen, Do It For Music, he got me out there. We're going to be doing a few things. But the first show is on the 4th.
Right, first show's on the 4th. That's a Friday.
Yeah, we got the 5th.
And then, yeah, so.
That Sunday, we're going to be my man DJ Eyeball. He got a little spot we're going to go to and set up a table there, perform a little bit. But that's more going to be like a little chill atmosphere where we can do pretty much whatever, but it's going to be like still a good function.
Yo, and like I said, everybody, please, if you have questions, I see questions kind of going through, use the questions feature. I've said it a couple of times.
Bro, y'all don't be scared, because half of y'all in there know me, so I don't know why y'all acting like y'all fingers don't work. Y'all got something to say, you know, let it be out, let it come out.
Yeah, so that's the Cali, that's Cali. So, yeah, let's talk about this. I want to play some snippets, man. The joint, man, I'm gonna press you until it come out, man. When the Artifacts Buckwild shit.
Well, I've been talking to my man in Germany at the label. So last he told me the manufacturing with this vinyl is always kind of like crazy when you got everybody doing it at the same time. So April turned into June, and June turned into July. So I'm just gonna wait for the date to come, because I could actually do mad times. But I know. The one thing I can say, which I couldn't say for 25 years, is that the record is coming out. So that part, nobody has to worry about it. The artwork is shown. you know, I'm trying to be as patient as I can. That's why I'm doing so much other shit. That's like a Christmas gift that you know you're gonna get, but you gotta wait like a couple of months to get it. So that shit is like, you know, is mind-boggling, but it's coming. You know, for anybody that hasn't heard yet, we got an album coming out, Artifacts, with Buck Wild on all production, 10 songs. It's gonna take y'all back to a time where it was real simple music. Boom. I don't like saying boom bap, but I'll say underground for the, you know, my era of where I come from. It gives you all the elements of what's missing today, not so much on the level where we at, but just on the mainstream level of, you know, anybody that recognizes Artifacts music, when you hear this, it's in the same vein of what you know, but it's just advanced as far as musically. It's clean, sonically clean, you know, it's mixed good. Shout out to Jay Palumbo for the mixing and mastering on that. Buck Wild, he came to the crib, met me and Tame here. What he played us and what we vibed to was what we used.
You recorded it at Space? Where'd you record it at? Space Lab?
Oh, no, we recorded all the vocals at my house in the basement, and maybe 2 songs at my man A Sharp crib in North. So
no doubt.
We definitely wasn't trying to spend too much money doing this, but shout out to my man Joker. Joker recorded most of the vocals for the album in the crib. So, you know, this was something we had to do, because over the years we always had to leave and go somewhere to be in the studio to actually do the vocals. So it was good to be in the crib, to have that comfortability and not have to rush, you know, speeding through everything, and, you know, we was on our own time.
Word, we about to play a couple of little snippets in a minute. Everybody should be excited about that. And, you know, like I said, this niggas in this chat that took the little short bus and got out of school at 10:30 in the morning. Like I said, use the fucking questions feature, and this nigga still asks this question like 3 times. Fucking morons, man. Hold on, I gotta hide it from block this nigga. All right. Fucking jeez. Anyway, all right, yo. This album is fire. This shit is crazy. That's why I'm always on your ass about this shit.
Nah, hey, you supposed to ask. You supposed, because if I don't have an answer for you, there's something wrong.
Yo, so we're gonna play, yo. Oh, I mean, damn. All right, I know what you're doing. There's a couple joints. We're gonna play the one Afro. This is my shit.
No doubt. And it's funny because Tame, you know, he hit me up like, yo, my man on the joint is crazy. I was like, yeah, that's Afro. So it was good to have him on the album as new blood representation for this era to be with us. So I love him as an MC. My man be flowing his ass off.
How much can I play of it? I mean, I really respect
you.
Hey,
I guess like it's hard to think, like, even if we play Afro verse, it go into the next other one. So
I'll play like 15, 20 seconds of each of y'all.
Word, I say that, yeah.
All right. It's worth it.
The only way they're gonna hear it is if they on tape right now.
Off the new joint, Artifacts, Buck Wild.
Gage, what up?
We be the 2 tag teams, balancing on the beam, tactical schemes that stream, shot by this rap team, battle for rings and rings, 3 corners of octagons, rock till I'm gone, spot on shots, stain is the song, lyrical, condition critical, competition is minimal, and that's understandable, understood I'm my animal, battle to a standstill, go ape shit, the rap man drill, I get your show canceled, aiming is long, remain calm, brainstorming reform, unchained, front page, one is just getting on, finish perform, the win is a score with power bars, for cowards and frauds, the problems we announce it is hard, Mike, check it, special effect like angels beefing with devils for wet, the next level threat directed sex, I rock to get the dots connect, align planets for fights.
Yeah, just let it rock, let it rock, let it go. Let it rock.
Contagious. The format is real sick, it's real sick. The truth, my whole meeting's in the bush. When it's sick, when it's coming. offending me using a yo? Who's doing steadily? Who's a dude who knew better offending me using a leprosy? Make traps like human centipedes. Stay black up on racetracks like who ahead of me? Stay back. I use spray cans for all my weaponry. Put in my own dirt, leaving a whole burst. Deep in the skull first. 44 caliber rifle stifle your growth first. Shipment fuck, can't replace no amount of endo. Looks up, dust, it's time to throw 'em out the window. Legs broken, next split, next open, next pick. Best to know who blood shit. Test the water, shark swim. Megalodon, full dawn, while I'm Don Vito, the evil, la bomba, black mamba, you rhyme, Paquito. I'm not legal, I rock hot rhymes evil. And he know how the bombs I drop is USSR Stilo. Who do it best, plus the song legal. Artifact, tame, sensei, my people.
Woo!
Bro, when I heard that shit, I was like, my man, I had to listen to it like mad time because it was shit that I was hearing that I didn't hear every time I listened to it before. I was like, oh shit, I didn't hear him say Black Mamba until like the third time. I was like, wow, my man is incredible with the words.
Yo, our listening party was in an East Orange alley with big ass rats the size of rugby balls running around.
And a little ass speaker bumping.
And a little ass speaker fucking getting loose. So that was the first time I heard it. Shit was a missile. Then when you sent it to me, I was like, yo, holy shit, man. I would play a little bit of this. What about the so the way I feel ass niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that.
Yeah.
Just from the voice, you know the fame pops, name spots, entertain days, remain flames shot, brutal execution and seclusion redeemed, supreme musical themes, the retribution it seems, all crime work, uno dos, both most popular, senior class considered as host and co-sponsor, reloaded for riders and finest you engage to, King Spears prepared, piano super sway, gonna totally need so rosary beats, survival and cross by the time I'm finished and turn this mic off, I raise hell well, any cell like LL, spit a verse, I testify, nigga, church, merch cop, another star from here to Compton, wildin' on the rhyming and styling, cause I'm a problem, undefeatable, unbelievable, under pressure, you mother effers only come up with me from a stretcher, yeah, the stress I was faded and beat together words, and it all blends, sending from verse to last verse, ass niggas, I was working when it's time to build, ass niggas, lyrics working from the rhyme and skills, this how was faded and beat together words.
Yep. Mr. Buck, Anthony Best.
God, can we real quick, man? I mean, let's give him his credit, his flowers, whatever you want to call him, man, because and I did a little OG salute to him, you know what I'm saying? This cat is like underrated, underappreciated, under everything, is made like I can't think of no like whack buck wild beats.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you're gonna find one either.
Nah, you know what I mean?
And it's like, and that's how we got to work with him. You know, when the label we got the deal, they was like, okay, so who you want to work with? Of course, we like, okay, shit, Primo, P-Rod, Lars Fro, all that was 94. So they was like laughing at us, like, yeah, y'all want that, but that's not what y'all gonna get. So we do have people for y'all. So at the time, T-Ray was working with Double X Posse. So, and he was working with Sean Fury group down south. So we was like, okay, all right, we got him. I knew who he is. But then they said, well, who else? So I'm like, okay, well, what about dude that did the Camp Front joint with Sadat and Diamond and Finesse? He's like, well, that's Buck Wild. I was like, well, let's call him. First session we had was with Buck, Soundtrack Studios, 21st Street, Manhattan. And we walked in the room. He was in there with the SP12. And it was just like a meeting. You know what I'm saying? My man Trey Hightower, the engineer, was there. And Reef, my man Rob Tulo, was the A&R. He brought us in the room. And it was like, oh shit, when you hear a name, you know what the person looked like.
Right.
I heard about Rock Raider, so Raider was in the room too. So we didn't know if we were gonna do a song that day or not, but he played a couple of beats for us. But then he threw the floppy and made Come On to Get Down right in front of us, right there. So we was like, damn, okay, that's one. That's one joint down. And we took the beat home, sat with it for a minute. You know, then we did another one. We did Attack of New Jerusalem. We put my man Jay Byrne on that one, and that's my man. Both me and Tane's friend from high school and childhood, and you know, to do what goes on, like even with him on the album, it was supposed to be like an album filler song, but it wasn't. You know, it became like a main song, and we didn't make songs like that at the time. So even after Artifacts, I worked with Buck on a single. I had a single called "Got That," and live shit with the B-side, and I had Pace One on that, Diamond on the hook, and my man Big Quam from London, but he from Queens, New York. But you know, Buck is a staple in hip hop, whereas like his music was like, you can say, I don't want to say this, but before Dilla came, it was Buck in the way where his sound was emulated throughout hip hop in a way where also it couldn't be duplicated, because with him surrounded by DITC members such as Finesse and Show and Diamond, Buck had to stand out on his own and made hits, you know, within, like I said, the people you know, in between, these dudes got hits too, but Buck had his own style, whereas like that made him stand out, where even when he played these beats for us for this album, it was still Buck, but it was a new Buck for today. And it wasn't as dirty, but it still had dirt in it. It was clean. So these are the things that I know Buck had to do to even advance for himself to work in the future. Or I say like Self-Titled, Mayhem Loren, you know, to go along with, you know, we had to talk about that one time. He asked me like, "Oh, what do I got to do like to, you know, mess with these little dudes?" This was something like 2013, 14. And all I told him was like, look, you know, there's a lot of dudes out there that still want beats from you. It's just more or less like myself. We got to come down to a level where it's an understanding that they have to know you're still Buck. And if they want something from you, that respect part comes in, where at the same time, you yourself have to adjust a little bit just to get in the crease with these little cats, to make them see, yo, I'm Buck Wild from this. I'm Buck, even though, you know, Action Bronson, Macon Loren, they know these dudes' faces from seeing them on TV, and they see Buck with them. So it registered for him today. You know, even if he's working with us, it makes us all new again, because he bringing still that flavor he brought already. So it just make us, you know, stick out a little bit more, and to bring a little bit more also, because we all got something to prove. But Buck, you know, he had a blueprint of music that can't be followed in the sense where you talk about even like the remixes that was coming. You heard the remixes done, it should have just been the original.
Facts with him, yo. Big up Buck Wild, killer. Still, we're gonna play a little bit of this one other joint, and then we're gonna go into this is like a segue into our next little topic here. This is another missile on this shit. Big up to Jersey. We're gonna get into a little bit of Jersey shit. At Raw Garden. Yo, this is my shit, son. Look, it's crazy, son.
Oh, Jersey, city wild now, not recognizable. Landscape change, kinda strange, but it's likable. Crime wave, these stars, how my first bouts. Great boys after school battles, never taken out. Crews block the block, crack wars, cold bottled it. Robberies and noise, projects, needles followed it. Harrison and gunshots, whiz kids and cardboard. Neighborhood star lord, women's on the floor. Still had fun amongst the songs, moving record hits. Hollywood did the horn, mine, Sunny Cuba place. Childhood, grown, first shows, rally back in clubs. Scandals and riches, mixed cheese for the social club. Girls, churchy spots, no names. Made visitations back, Rome, pills and cocaine. No game, seen shit I never saw. City is raw, artifacts, guys for your tour. Lucian rules, break city, chill town up in Patterson. Plainville, Bergenville, Roselle, and Harrison. Edison, New Brunswick, Hillside, Irvington. Talking about a thing, never think. Haters murking it, Elizabeth Piscataway. Amboy and South Church, Morristown and Livingston. South Farnsburg, Montclair, Bloomville, Union and Broadway. Hard on the base with that raw Garden State. Back in like 1984, shit was basically raw. And twice as hardcore as Star Wars. Song titles outside of car doors. Gold jewelry was called Dookie so fat that it was uncalled for. You either got a GED or Job Corps. Leather bombs and seats, people got shot for. British clogs and valley boots, Japanese dance.
Yo, you covered like the whole state too in that fucking.
Hey, you know, I would say this: a lot of cats probably won't understand that song, but their song is straight up all Jersey, everything. You know, we never made a song like that where I'm shouting out every city and at least trying to. You know, so like, you know, I will hope that when people hear that record, I see my man Freaka, I see him recognize some of the clubs I was naming. So, you know, but the most famous club in Jersey we can spit out immediately is Club Sensation. So
that's what I mean. That's the one where Redman got snatched up at, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's a lot of things, but that's a spot where a lot of shit happened to a lot of cats, good and bad.
Yeah, yeah. So, no, I love that song. You know, listen. So I wanted to get into a little bit of Jersey shit because I'm from Connecticut and I got mad love for Jersey because I always vibe with Jersey cats more than New York cats because they wasn't giving none of us no love, really. You know what I'm saying? Like on the B-boy shit or whatever. It was like some hard work. You know what I'm saying? To get some respect. So there's always some bullshit. So I always rock with like Jersey niggas always show me love. South, North, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got mad love for Jersey. Good times there, good people's there, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I hate the fucking jug handles though. Word life. My God, y'all motherfuckers got some fucked up highways there. My goodness. Construction too, but other than that.
It's funny you say that about Connecticut and Jersey, but it's kind of like the same when you on the outside and looking in to New York. You know, it was really like a given because anything that didn't start there, we was like, y'all outsiders doing this shit, but. Well, how we were, you know, I tell cats still to this day, I can go outside in certain parts of Jersey, I see y'all buildings like right there. We can see it, y'all right there. It's just, y'all Jersey, we New York. But our hip hop was a reflection of what we listened to on the radio, you know, with all of the artists that come out of Jersey. I'll say that. Like you can tell from the way me and Tame sound, it wasn't too far-fetched that we was fucking with Brand Nubian. You know, it wasn't too far-fetched that Redman was fucking with EPMD when they saw him on stage. Like, oh, yeah. I mean, literally, like, when they snatched him out of there, we didn't see him for a minute. Like, only until a couple of times he came to my crib. I gave him a haircut a couple of times, and he came to my house, and I remember he pulled up with this fucking, almost like a lime green Benz, one damn windshield wiper. I'm like, yo, whose car is that? He was like, yeah, it's E-double car, but hurry up and shake me up because I got to go to the studio. I'm like, damn, you really doing this shit, man. So it was like, you know, to see everybody do everything that we've done, I won't say did because everybody's still working. You know, I like to see Tretch on TV because I know that's where he come from. I like to see him still doing music. We do, a lot of Jersey artists now, today, we do a lot more music together than we did in the past. Me and Dude got a couple of songs together. Me and Pace One got joints. I got joint with Pace One brother. Like people in the hood, like Pace brother Jens is nice on the mic. Got beats too. But it's like if we don't say it, you know what I'm saying, cats don't know. But it's still in that motivation of still be new. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I agree with what you feel like, as far as we over here like this, and we had to do a lot of work to be, you know, in New York, like I said, we used to do shows and one say we were from Jersey until the show was over. And this was even once we became Artifacts. Still at the end of the show, please, we going back to Jersey. Oh damn, word, Jersey sound like that? Like y'all got hip hop, y'all talking about graffiti, like
nigga, you right there.
That was the whole thing. That's the whole thing, bro. Like we like, yo, y'all right there. But why y'all think we don't have? Because New York dudes looked at everybody else, even like Jersey, is like a southern state. Like I'm like, because we don't talk like them. So it's like, you know, anything that was foreign to them. But when they look at the artists that we do have, from Lakim Shabazz to Apache to Nori to Lords to like Pro Righteous Teachers, nobody's soft in how we spitting in our messages and our music. So like YZ, it's mad dudes I can name like that have their own thing that we was doing. And also the reason why that was because we were just trying to break the fuck out of Jersey to prove to everybody else, like, we got heat too. Even though we're not New York, we got just as much heat as they did.
Yo, was Jersey united back in the day, or like?
Yeah, it was united, but like when you talking about doing your music, it was separate. it was like, you know, everybody was coming from their own perspective. And this is what I mean when I go back to saying, you can tell who everybody was listening to artist-wise when they came out. When I would say in unified way, Flavor Unit was like that. And still to this day. Like when you talk about Latif, Lakim, Chill Rob, Apache, Tresh came in, you talking about just those dudes alone in the same room doing songs. And then you can still add Bumpy Knuckles in there, because he was an early addition to Flavor Unit on the side. And that was through his relationship with Tresh. So like, you know, Jersey, how would you not accept fucking Bumpy Knuckles, bro? So he's a Jersey dude too, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can see the influence in everybody, but everybody, like, even within Flavor Unit, you can't say they all sound the same. Not in tone, not in music. You listen to Apache, you wouldn't think he was down with Chill Rob G when you listen to his songs compared to Apache songs. Latif, one of the first niggas making records with 45 King, where Red Alert was playing his records on the radio, and we in Jersey, like, hell yeah. So Latifah, where I live at, she lived like pretty much around the corner coming up. And we all knew that. And just see her riding a bike with her brother before he passed. So like everybody always came from a different lane. I would say more now today is unified, more because I think it's the even playing field of, say, like all of us being together, where it's not so much like it's still like that, but it's a stratosphere of, you got Naughty, you got Red. We still looking at that because that's the respect level that we all have for each other. But we all respect what each other doing because we all realize that we already unified in the way of how we present our music. But I love the fact that we have it's songs they don't even know about that's going on out here that, you know, 050 boys, you know what I'm saying? These dudes, all Jersey still coming, working with the same artists who I'm naming. But if I don't say this right now, y'all won't know that. So there's a lot of stuff happening.
So there wasn't really no beef, but you guys were just all just doing your own thing.
Nah, definitely not. Because like the one thing I will say, we all did the same talent shows, the whole circuit. So we was like, if anything, we was battling each other in that way. Like, 'cause I went to school with Naughty, so like I was always running up to them once I got into rhyming. So I knew I had to be in this, you know, whole mix of, you know, Club 88 around the corner for me. We had shows there on the week on holidays, Top Team Talent Night. We had the Civic Center in East Orange over here at Oval Park. We used to do shows there inside of there. We had like Napoleon's was a small club in Jersey that was right down the street from where we all went to high school at. And this would be Friday and Saturday nights. And I don't give a fuck who you was. You was in this spot. You think it was small as hell. When you get upstairs, big room, stage, Bismarcky, my man Godfather D. He used to DJ up in there. This was a guy that DJed all night, and the end of the night, he always played Before I Let Go. My man. You knew that when you pack your shit up to leave. So anybody that been to Godfather D parties know what I'm talking about. So
shit.
We competed on that level, and that's when the shit started changing. When dudes got professional, you started seeing Naughty when they was called New Style. They walking through school with their jackets on, and we all like, oh shit, they gonna be something, and they was, and then it changed, and with them was Naughty by Nature, and this was like, holy shit. So, you know, I was witness to a lot, even before me and Tame got signed, because we was like one of the last to get signed out of in the neighborhood, and then outs and, you know, shit like that. And so I've seen everybody, Fugees, all of us come up to a certain point, but it was never, we all had love for each other, because we knew what we was doing. And we knew that New Jersey was this compared to this. So we had, even if we didn't say it to each other, like, I remember when Vinny, Channel 9 News out here back in the day, when they had the Naughty store on Halsey Street in Newark, he saw me, told me like, yo, come back down here like about 4 or 5 o'clock. He didn't even tell me what was going on. I came back and he got the news there, and he talking about me and Tame and I'm like, wow, like, you never think that things will be full circle when you go through the things as a teenager and growing up to see the favor be repaid in a way where he just didn't tell me that he was going to put me on TV and just saying, y'all need to be seen a little bit more than what y'all doing. He had to do that.
Right.
Just the same as today. He shared all his contacts with me. That's why I got my merch as far as the hats. Because Vinny took me on to, his people where he already saw what I was doing on my own. So he's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna give you a plug. Here, go ahead. Because he knew if you give me most of the time you give me the ball, I'm gonna run with it. I'm gonna either score the touchdown, slam the ball, hockey goal at the pump, soccer goal. We doing everything. So he gave me the plug. And I took the plug and I was like, all right. So now I work with his people and the same as he was working with them. And he had to give me that plug.
That's like some pay in full shit with Lulu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With Lulu patch, you know what I mean?
But he put me on to see me eat and to see me win. And if that's not love, if that's not like showing somebody that you respect what they're doing to where he felt as though if he put me with this cat, I could do a little bit more. A lot of motherfuckers don't do shit like that today.
Right. No, of course not. Yo, a couple of things real quick. How much time do you have? Because I get
whatever, bro. I'm here.
All right, so then at 10, if we go long, we got to stop and then run it back. But,
Yeah.
All right, so I got 2 questions for you. We're going to do 2 lists. I need your top 5 from Jersey.
MC?
Yes.
All right, I kind of named them. I don't have an order. But
you don't have to break it. Just your top 5 off the
I'm going to say Lakim, because Lakim is my brother, like a mentor to me. I've had a lot of good times with Lak. We did music together as well, so I respect him in a way where if I had any opportunity to put him on any time I can, he will be right there next to me. I will say, Apache, may he rest in peace. Apache was a real dude, heavy spitter, bodied a lot of dudes in the hood verbally. I'm going to say Tresh, because and y'all don't even know like my history where I knew that I had to be better than him in a way where if I was going to be good, I knew that I had to be somewhere in that range, even knowing that when I'm watching them on TV, knowing where they come from, I was like, yo, that was motivation for your ass to see that video every day, OPP on the box. I'm like, yo, you know what? We got to do something, because these dudes, but it was good to see because that shit was some inspirational where like nobody thought that was gonna happen like that for them, because we all knew where they were before that, and like I said, my people came and said, yo, let's go over here and knock this shit out. Y'all gonna still be y'all, but we're gonna change all this shit up. I came home from work and saw that shit on the box, video music box, everything. I was like, yo, it's that. And then that shit was every day. Then that shit was all over the world. And I'm like, that is but something for me to see that inspired me to say, damn, I got to get on my hustle a whole lot harder. I mean, it got to a point where even when me and Team got together, people was like, yo, what up? Y'all the last one fucking left. You had Red first, Naughty, Lords, and we was like, oh shit. But then our way of getting in wasn't the traditional way. We actually got in the game on our own terms, where we actually had to rhyme and where we was on Stretch and Bob. And for us in the hood and the way everybody heard about it, for Redman, for Sadat and Jamar, for Naughty, for everybody that knew where we came from in our beginnings, it was a little bit sweeter for them to see what we were doing, because here comes a whole nother edition from Jersey that's totally different from what they was doing. And we brought the hip hop in where it was like, yeah, it's underground dudes in Jersey that fuck with these same groups. But and that's what I mean about us me and Tame had our lane, because we knew that we was coming from a cultural standpoint from hip hop, where we brought light to a subject of what was happening in Jersey that people couldn't even think that was happening. When you talk about graffiti, when you talk about b-boy, when you talk about even us just having dudes that can rhyme from here. So the guys that spit from here are highly respected. When you talk about, add another one to my list, Redman, and you talk about like I don't have an order. So it's like these people have gone on to be something way more, like I said, from what we thought at home, we're being the sensations. So it's like, I got another one left. And man, all right, my last dude from Jersey, that y'all don't know about, but y'all hearing about him through Redman's page. My man Mike C. Now this guy Mike C. Anybody in Slang Ton, right? No doubt, respect, Clyde. I see you. Slang Ton, I put him in the mix as well. May he rest in peace too. But my man Mike, I just saw him recently. I mean, some people, I won't say have the worst luck. Some people have issues in their life that they go through and have demons and shit like that. But for some reason, Mike, even to this day, in the condition I saw him in recently, my nigga is like still the hottest spitting motherfucker. I swear to God, yo, if you go to anybody and you ask them about a cat named Mike C in Jersey, if they know about him, they're gonna tell you the same thing. Red had him on camera, and you just
I saw it.
push record, and my man will go for like just go, but the shit be like you'll be like, oh my God, stop, but he'll keep going. And any kind of way of drama, he's gonna do it, flow, anything, and you know when you know him and you know what it is, I still respect him. He's still my friend. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he asked me for, I'm like, yo, look, you know, do what you got to do. But I know where you're coming from. My man is a survivor. Even with the flaws that he has, if you know about him, is still one of the top MC. I mean, he's a threat. Like, he could walk up in the circle, bro, and you wouldn't even know at all. You'd probably be like, yo, get this dude out of here. And as soon as he opened his mouth, he was like, holy, wow, like, wow. I mean, that's his hustle. He like a pool player on the table. He'll hustle your ass. You think all the things, as soon as you start spitting, you like, oh, damn, like, yeah, all right, give me your money. Give me your money. But that's the life of that as well as the regular dude. But he got superpowers lyrically that he can turn on like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my list right there. I hope, and I see people agreeing with me.
I missed somebody. I missed the second person.
I know you know.
Yo, I missed the second person though. So you said, say, name your five. Because I missed the second person.
And no order. Red, Tredge, Lakim, Mike, and you know what? Damn, I had like I said Apache. Okay, so on my second, that's five. But on my personal list, I gotta throw Tame in there. I gotta throw Slang in there, like my man said. You know, I love Pace as an MC because he's comical, but the motherfucker can turn on serious too. You know, it's like you know, I can go on for days, but yeah, those immediate names right there, definitely those five Jersey MCs. That's facts.
Who's the top cats from Jersey that we have not heard of? Like cats that's
not heard of?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I got a few. Fucking Joker. That rock with me. Joker, I know him for a long time. And I always said this dude deserve a chance to be on wax. And just like a lot of people I know, my man Venomous 2000. Venomous is an MC from Jersey that I remember when he was going overseas and he asked me, he's like, yo, like, am I doing the wrong thing by investing in myself to go to Paris and be all through France and go through the mountains and shit? Like, you know what I'm saying is to say, like, obviously, do what you got to do. And he went out there and made a stand for himself. John Robinson, I consider a Jersey MC that a lot of people, and John is like multifaceted in way in his travels, but I consider him a Jersey MC as well because that's how I met him. And I think that a lot of people, I can't even say sleep on him, but for me, it's just I know what he's made of, and that's why I put him on all of my records. Like all my releases I got coming out, JR's on most of them. And we're about to actually do a project together.
Dope.
All production by my man Sensei. He's from Jersey as a producer. So like, My man Buddha Mac, he from Jersey. I've been working on him a lot. It's not like a lot of dudes I hear about, like say like on the street, like how I heard about Avalanche when he was on in the battle circuit. My man Piff James in the battle circuit. You know, Hami, all these dudes, you know, these are dudes that like if you was my man Mozzie used to have the battle circuit when he used to be on. They had Comcast TV had battles on there. Most of the time, Piff and them would be on there at home, but it was like most of like a lot of Jersey dudes, a lot of New York dudes. Shout out to Young Z. You know, that is another dude I can say that even in his past that a lot of people don't know if they don't check his records and still working today. You know, it's not a lot though, like not like it used to be. But it's, you know, I'm probably missing my man Drift. He's from East Orange. That's my man. He definitely spit. He been on 106 & Park. He won the battle when he was on there. He was a champ. And I got another woman, a Drift. She is Drift and a Drift. Now she is on my album on the Relax, Relate, and Release. She on the song called Fall Back. Abyss, another female from Jersey. Crazy spitting. Child Lethal. You know, I can go on. My man Wisecrack. All these are Jersey MCs that I'm saying. So, you know, I love my city. I love my town. I love what we all, because they all stand for what we was trying to do even from back then. So I know I said more than 5, but I probably got a little more.
No, that's dope.